Hey guys, this is Jeff, Swing Trade Warrior with WarriorTrading.com, back with our weekly close swing trade recap. We had a monstrous week this week, hitting just a couple of swings, but for massive, massive gains. And we'll go into those in just a few minutes here, and we'll show you the setup I was looking at and how we were able to convert that into monster profiting trades. First, my announcement I want to make is for 72 hours only, we are offering at WarriorTrading.com a free copy of our Intro to Trading course. It's regularly $500. We have it marked down right now to $100 as a standalone product, and it's a three-part. It's a 3-day trading course that goes over everything you need as a new trader to get off the ground, from finding a broker, how to set up orders, and basic strategies and chart reading. And a lot of the basics that new traders, or we get a lot of the questions we get from new traders that are looking to get started. We put everything into a package, into a live presentation, and we recorded it and packaged it up. So it's a great resource for people looking to get their trading underway. Anyways, for 72 hours, the sale, we're giving away a free copy of this at WarriorTrading.com for anybody who signs up for a quarterly subscription. In addition to a quarterly subscription, you'll get a 15% off of the quarter subscription to our entire service, and along with that, you'll automatically get a free copy. This only goes through Monday midnight, and I urge you, if you're a new trader looking to get started, you want a free copy of this, and you want to be part of a trading community, that you check us out at WarriorTrading.com, and make sure when you check out, you pick the quarterly subscription, and we'll automatically apply this free trading course to your account there. Okay, having said that, a few of the trades we took this week, we took 3 trades. Let's get the nasty one out of the way first here. It was on VG, Vonage. So Vonage, we got the trade alert here back on 7/12. I guess it would have been 7/10 because that was a Friday. We got the alert up on this pop here. It was a high relative volume move to the upside. Now, using the small cap breakout strategy, that's been 70% profitable for us since we put it into play in June, identified a long entry on this trade here over the high of the day of the alert. So come Monday, the 13th of July, we got long on this trade at 494, and I added in at about 505 at the high of day there when we popped up. Unfortunately, we got caught in a market pullback, and for whatever reason, Vonage didn't want to hold up for us, so we moved our stop up once we got into the trade to the low of the day of our entry, and we stopped out for, it ended up being about an 8 or 9 cent loss, so not a huge loss. We managed our risk accordingly, and now it's popped back up and is trading back at the same levels again. This might be the time it goes. Definitely going to keep it on watch for next week, but we bailed on this one for a small loss early on in the week. It was only an overnight trade. Let's see, SBLK. Now, if you guys are paying any attention to what's going on in the oil world or in the shipping industrial part of the world, you'll know that we've had some pretty big news that's fired up the shipping companies. One of the ones that hit my radar first here, my scanner first on, so we got long on this trade on the 14th, so it hit the scanner on the 13th, which was Monday, which was right here. Okay, we got this little move up off the bottom here. Let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit for you. Okay, we had this little move up off the bottom here on some high relative volume, and we set an entry at 272, which is over the previous high of day. We got long on this trade on July 13th. I had to check my calendar. On July 13th, and we ended up profiting here. It took 10,000 shares on this, and we ended up getting nearly a 30% move over the next few days. I scaled out at the highs, or just under the highs, taking profits along the way of each of these days. And then today, Friday, what is today? Friday the 17th. We got a nasty 15% move to the upside. This thing spiked up to a high of 342 or so. and we scaled out some more around 338. I'm only holding, out of my entire 10,000 share position, I'm only holding 500 shares now, just in case it wants to continue. This is a great example of small cap breaking out. If you look at this chart here, we're only looking for a 3 to 5 day move on average, and we're looking for 5 to 15%. As part of the strategy, as part of what I teach in my swing trading course. We identify the particular stocks that we're looking at off of the scanner, and we set our entry and our stop according to the rules of the strategy, and we let it play out. Now, this stock has moved up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days already, so Monday might be kind of a stretch to get it to move up, but I kept small size with a 272 average in case we end up moving back through the gap here up toward the $374 range. Whether or not we do, I do not know. We're already up 20% on the trade. I got my profit stop in place with, just like I said, just 500 shares left. But we've already locked up a couple $1,000s on this, and definitely looking to see if we can get continuation through the first half of next week. What I really like about this trade is that we have this beautiful ascending volume pattern where the relative volume is increasing. It's higher each day, which shows us that as we're breaking out to the upside, blasting through these moving averages, that we're getting a ton of buying volume, and buyers are staying in control of this trade. Now, when the volume starts slumping, I'll be more concerned about potential sell-off or a pullback on it. But because we have such a great buffer or cushion on it now, we can stay in this trade if it chooses to flag out and it wants to continue and test that 360 area with the mouth of the gap, which is from back here in May of 2015. If it does, great. If not, I don't really expect it to, because like I said, this is an extended move. We've got our profits out of this. It performed well above expectations, and it was a largely profitable, massively profitable trade for us. So we're just going to sit on it next week, see what happens. Got our, like I said, profit stop in place if it wants to come down, and that's fine too. We've made the bulk of our money on it, but we're in a good position if it wants to make another leg up over this previous resistance from back here in late June, and then ultimately, like I said, to test the gap from back here in May. So knowing that the shipping sector has been hot for a week or so now, I was seeing Baltic and all these other shipping companies take off, and a lot of them had dominated the scan results that I have for the strategy. And SBLK popped up, and I knew that the rest of the sector was hot. I knew that the news in play was good enough that any of the laggards that aren't normally high volume movers, that don't normally see a lot of action, they might start to pick up steam, and that's exactly what we got on SBLK. And then yesterday we got TK Tankers. TNK is the ticker there, hit our scanner, and it's exactly what we were looking for. It's another laggard in the sector. We're long on this trade. It hit the scanner back on July 15th. We got long yesterday, the 16th. Right here, the entry price on the watch list was identified at over 720. If I can show that here, right there. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Come on. All right, so our entry price on this was over 720, and yesterday we did get a move to the upside, and towards the end of the day we ended up closing with a high of 733, 734. We closed right at the highs, and again, we have this massive ascending volume pattern showing that the buyers are in control of this trade. It's in a hot sector. The buyers are in control right now, and we're riding this thing up. Then today we got we got a nice move up, another 4 or 5%. And we took profits here at 758, just under the high of day at 762. We locked up some of the win right here, and again, it closed at 755, I believe. So we're in a great position. We're up about 30 cents on this trade right now, and it's going to be very difficult for it to come against us. Looking for a breakout continuation over this previous resistance area here in the 780s, where we had a tap back on June 3rd and somewhat of a test back on June 19th. So if we can break out over the 780s, this is going to be another 20% winner for us with a ton of room to the upside. So whether or not it gets there, I don't know. This is only in day 3 of the breakout. Remember, for the strategy, we're looking for 3 to 5 days and 5 to 15%. Well, we got about 7 or 8%, maybe not, 7 or 8% today, through today. we locked up some profits at 5%. I always take profits every 5 to 10%. So we're looking for the next move up, and I'm going to look to take profits just under this resistance level here at 780. So I'll probably have an order out at 775. 776, somewhere in there. And if we test that on Monday, we'll be out another third of our position in that trade, again with an average down at 720. So we'll be firmly in the driver's seat, up 10% on the trade. And if we can get some sort of continuation out of this, much like SPLK when it went parabolic here on the daily, then we'll be very pleased with that trade as well. So identifying hot moving stocks in sectors that are on fire isn't really something that I'm good at. It's not something I specialize in, but because of the strategy, because of the scanner that I use, I'm able to have these things brought to my attention so that I can capitalize on these types of situations. Whether it's shipping and industrial imports today, it could be financials tomorrow, and in 2 months from now it could be retail. We never know what's going to take off. It doesn't matter as long as we're on top of our due diligence, and we are monitoring our scans every day, and we're doing our homework. We're going to be in a position to be profitable using the strategy at least 70% of the time. That means on average, every 10 trades, 7 of them are winners. So with good risk management, it is a very profitable strategy, and it's something that any part-time trader can do. We have a lot of people in our community who choose to day trade these alerts because when we are buying these breakout spots on a daily, we are finding that we're getting 5% intraday a lot of the time. So there's people that are more than happy to just day trade it. Personally, I'm a swing trader, so I tend to hold for the bigger move. To each their own. It's whatever you want to do. The strategy is super simple to learn. Like I said, I teach it to all my students and give you all my scanner settings so you can replicate this very same strategy. We do have a swing trading course that is starting 1 week from Monday. Monday is the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, so the 27th of July, I guess, would be the day. So if you're interested in learning the strategy, shoot me an email, jeff@warriortrading.com, and I'd be more than happy to discuss the ins and outs of it with you, to go over it with you and try and help you get it set up so you can replicate these same results. It is not rocket science. It is just a very rule-based system in which you have to exercise discipline. The hardest part about trading is not finding the trades or trading profitably. It is keeping your mental game tight enough so that you don't screw your own trades up. And so that's one of the big things that we emphasize is risk management and discipline. Other than that, those are the only trades we took this week. It was more than enough to meet our weekly goal, and so we didn't overtrade. I did trade a lot of options on the SPY this week intraday in the chat room. So I think I was 6 out of 7 winners on those using the SPY option strategy for day trading that I like. So anyways, like I said, if you're interested in learning more about this, hit me up. You can also get me on Skype. Swing Trade Warrior is my username there. And again, I want to remind everybody that for 72 hours, if you're interested in the Intro to Trading course, which is a 3-day course for free, sign up for a quarterly subscription, get your 15% off of that, and we'll automatically give you that Intro to Trading course so you guys can get underway. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting back to it next week, see if we can do some more damage and whatever else is going to start moving for us by then. Hope everybody has a good weekend. Take care.